Hey, it's showtime! The countdown is on!
To put the ultimate in high-fidelity music listening within the reach of everyone. The tape is now completely rewound, ready for play. All. Within the reach of everyone. The tape is now completely rewound, ready for play. All in thrilling new sound.
No.
G'day world, welcome to the iSpike show, where everything happens and anything goes. Let's give it up for your MC and host live in the studio. It's iSpike.
Hey, and a little bit more. G'day, yeah.
Welcome to the wild side.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Welcome to the wild side, my buddies, my buddiettes. How you doing? Good to see you in the house here, Mars, FPV drones. We got him, Pons and more. We got Rotto. What do you reckon, Scully?
Hell yeah.
We got Stewie Wood from the Giants. We got my buddy Tree Usher numero uno here today. G'day. How you doing, folks? Well, now, it is that time. It is showtime. Oi. Oi. G'day. Well now, yibbida. Oi. Motorcycle tattoos and rock and roll blues. Yes, indeed, folks. 'Tis mighty fine, mighty jolly, mighty fine. I've been watching too many American videos, I have. Well, folks, have we got a special show today? We do have a guest lined up who was with us on Facebook and did an absolute awesome job there, the Global Bikers and Trikers Nation. Well, our guest today is a gentleman by the name of Peter. Peter is from Free Eagle Choppers. Free Eagle Choppers. And he is a fabricator, and he makes some really awesome motorcycle custom parts, either from a single part right through to the whole motorbike. And we're going to meet him today, folks, live on the show, coming up in probably about another 10 minutes time, 10 to 15 minutes time. Of course, as always, we feature our brother Stewie Wood from the Giants. We feature their music on the show as well, because why? Because they're bloody good, that's why. Yeah, man. So we got a few songs from the Giants coming up as well. And I have to look into it. I have to actually look into it. But my subscription for Artlist has run out now, is finished. So we just have Epidemic. And I've got to be careful I don't slip up and accidentally play an Artlist song. Because all this happened sort of the past 24 hours, I guess, and I haven't had time to sort out my songs, filter out the mixed playlists I've got with Epidemic Sound and Artlist. But let's see how we go, eh? If I stuff up, whatever. To root around and sort it out, won't I? I'll try not to do that. We'll be having our guest coming on not long from now, folks. Good to have you here. Good to have you in the house. We We got a little special effect going on with this camera. I've got a filter on it, old movie filter. I just experiment. And I tell you how come this is on. I tell you how come that filter's on there, right? Because I accidentally bumped a button when I was adjusting a light above it. And when I bumped this button, right, and because of the way I've got things set out, I can't get around back behind there at the moment. And it was getting tick, tick, tick late. Showtime, start the show, come on, come on. So, and I couldn't find the other button to turn it off. So I'm going to pretend that, oh, you like this effect? Because I did that. Yeah, man. I purposely did that on purpose. That'll be your end, Stewie. That'll be your end, brother, because we're all good here. Where can I show you? No, you can't see it. Just out of camera, just right on the corner down here, my friend, there's a little green light. Fine here, mate. Yeah, where Roddo is, Wild Horse and Dogs. So, and it'd probably be good everywhere else in the world except your place, Stewie. So, yeah, sometimes it's a poor connection at my end, and most of the time it's a poor connection at everybody else's end. Because I've got a little indicator here that tells me if we're good to go or if we're not good to go. And this is good to go at the moment. So, yeah, streaming in high definition, 1080p. Used to be able to do 4K until the COVID hit and everyone jumped on the internet. Made it a bit harder for someone like me and my Wi-Fi hotspot. Otherwise, focus on the positives. It's all going on. Let me read the chat. Scully doing the twist here for Mike. Get on your mic. Drone shots. Awesome. As you can see here, the light is not on, but we are home. Bong bong bing bing dong dong ding. Alrighty. Get your punk hat on and let's get into it. Oi, 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 oi. Right after this song, I'm going to play a giant song. Any particular one? Anyone? What do you reckon? Let's ask Stewie Wood. What song would you like me to play, mate? Righto. I wonder.
Rage, shame,
Oh.
in the ministry of self-denial. Finally see you realize games, rage, in the eyes of anger.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Come all you outlaws and believers. Come all you angels of the night. Stand up, be counted, and remember to fly your colors is your right. I saw you flying like an eagle all across the southern sky. I saw you looking for an answer with the light of honor in your eyes. With an iron will and the wind in my face, I'll ride forever just to get to this place. Well, I tell you now, I'm ready to explode down on Freedom Road. And as we ride across the border, looking for a promised land, a storm is following behind us to take the victory from our hands. With a rebel yell and the wind at my heels, I'll ride forever just to see how it feels. Well, I feel it now, the seed is sown down on Freedom Road. Freedom Road. Here's to the rock and roll disciples. Here's to the crippled and the lame. Here's to the ones forever burning. Here's to the keepers of the flame. Beyond the walls of pain and sorrow, behind the gates of flesh and bone, there is a road that leads to freedom, a road you'll never ride alone. With an iron will and the wind in my
Freedom Road from Stewie Wood, our brother, the Giants. Indeedy dude, and of course that was chosen by Rotto, Wild Horse and Dogs, 1313. Folks, our special guest will be joining us right after this song. We're going to bring on a gentleman by the name of Peter, a custom bike builder from Free Eagle Choppers. Coming on right after this song.
Kill me again, Mr. Bartender, please. I need a shot and I'm begging on my knees. The way to fight is one battle at a time. You may have won today, but I'll see you at the finish line. All is fair in love and war. You pull no brakes when you're riding to the core. All is fair in love and war. You best be aware, 'cause all is fair in love and war. If you can't stand the heat, don't come in the kitchen. Bring you pain is my new addiction. Been the other way around for far too long. Now you're gonna find out what it's like to be wrong. Well, all is fair in love and war. You pull no brakes when you're riding to the core. All is fair in love and war. You best be aware, 'cause all is fair in love and war. All is fair in love and war. Where you put no words when you're riding to the core. Yeah, yeah. All is fair in love and war. You best be aware, 'cause all is fair. All is fair in love and war. You pull no brakes when you're riding to the core. Yeah. All is fair in love and war. You best be aware, 'cause all is fair in love and war.
Hey, hey, hey. Alrighty, folks, all is fair in little love and war. It is just about that time. Well, in fact, it is that time. It is our special guest time. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, animals, people, humans, and Stewie Wood. I'd like you to all pay attention to as I introduce. Hang on, let's make sure the right buttons are up and down. Yep, all good to go. All the way from the other side of the world, folks, from the Netherlands. This is a man who got my eye by seeing some of the awesome work that he made, handmade, custom parts, a custom motorbike he's building. And I reached out to Peter and I asked, would you like to come on the show? He said, man, yeah, for sure, I'll be in that. And ladies and gentlemen, right now, without further ado, please put your hands together as I introduce to you Peter from the Netherlands. How you doing, Peter? Yee-hoo-hoo. Listen to the crowd going off, Peter. They love you, man. They love you. How you doing, Peter?
I'm certainly doing well.
Good, mate. Good, good. I have to turn you up just a little bit. We're all good. I can do that. We got the capabilities. So, Peter, mate, welcome along to the show, of course. Thank you very much. We had a great live stream going on there on the Global Bikers and Trikers Nation. Peter, may I ask, mate, one, what is the time where you are?
Well, it's here now, 1:30 at night.
1:30 a.m. 1:30 a.m. in the morning, folks. Hey, golly gosh, even the roosters are still asleep. Thank you for staying up, Peter. Thank you for staying up, mate, to come and be a part of today and the show.
You're welcome.
Excellent, man. Excellent. We're going to be showing everybody in a minute, guys. We're going to be showing you some of Peter's awesome handmade custom work. I've got those links ready to go this time round, Peter, so it will be a little bit more smoother. Now, Pete, can I ask, if you were to explain yourself to people, would you like to introduce yourself and explain who is Peter from Free Eagle Choppers? Please explain.
Well, my name is, of course, Peter. I'm just the way I am. And when people don't like that, it's their problem, not mine. So that's very easy for me. And yeah, I'm making parts for motorcycles and for trikes, totally by hand. So it's all old school, handcrafted parts. And I also build motorcycles from that. And here behind me, you can see some parts that I've made. Also for the bike that is standing there that I'm building at this moment.
That's your latest project, that one there.
Yeah, this is my latest project, and it can be for sale when it's totally done.
Yep, yep.
Also, I want to ride on it, of course.
Yep. I mean, all of this does take time, these projects. We did speak about if you had a particular timeline for this bike here, but not at this stage. It's just slowly coming together and bit by bit. Pete, when did you first start getting into motorbikes, Peter?
Well, I started actually when I was 6 years old with little toy plastic builds that you have to make together with some glue from the toy store. And when I had around 100 of them, it was too boring because most of all I had them done in around 10-15 minutes, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less.
Yeah.
So that started to be boring. So I started to give them almost all away to my school friends.
Yep.
And yeah, I started to keep some of those, of course, and that were a few little boats. And I had a little remote car. I put the remote things out of it, put it in the boat, and I have my first remote.
Okay. So from a young age, you as a young one were pulling things apart and swapping things around and fabricating and making sort of things out of things that like RCs, remote control things.
I did that certainly, and later on I was collecting wood that people were throwing away.
Yeah.
And I started to build my own boats.
Okay.
Complete RC steered. And everything was working on it. So you have to use metal shaping. You have to learn yourself wood shaping. You have to learn yourself plastic shaping,
So,
etc.
Peter, this is when we talk. This is not life size, is it? This isn't boats. These are just like mini RC boats. Is what you're talking about?
Well, they were not really mini, but
Big one.
certainly the biggest one that I have built was around 2 meters long.
Oh, 2 meters!
When I
Wow.
was 9 years old,
Yeah.
and there was a coaster and half shoulder together,
Yeah.
and everything was working on it,
Man,
just
that's
like on a roof.
awesome. And then, so with your first motorbike, Peter, whereabouts? When? About what age did you get your first motorbike?
Well, my first motorbike was actually a moped when I was 12 years old.
A moped when you were 12.
Yeah, it was a Poelmarkje started, and I got that thing totally for free,
Yes.
including the water was what was in it. So that's certainly very nice too. I already had something to drink too.
Yep. Yep.
It was coming out of the engine, out of the frame, out of the exhaust, etc., etc. So I have restored that whole moped with a lot of troubles, of course, because I never did that before.
Yep.
The neighbor has helped me a little bit with it, and later on, when it was totally done, I have ride on it around a week, and I think it was too boring. So I started to make my own front end, my own sissy bar, from a piece of material, and I shaped bunny seats, a two-seater seat from a Cheetah moped,
Yep.
and yeah.
So you went,
Anyway,
you went absolutely crazy. You went crazy with hand making, customizing this moped at your first cool motorbike, and
cool.
yeah, right. And then of course now we are here nearly 30 years later. And in that time, Peter, before I show people pictures, and I'd just like to say that we've got Tree Usher is welcoming you. Hang on, I'm on the wrong camera. And my iPad is just having a bit of a fritz there. Let's go here. We've got Tree Usher, who's a fellow West Australian here. He's welcoming you. We've got Mars FPV bike drones. He's in Victoria. Mars is saying, "G'day, welcome along, Peter." And we've got Wild Horse and Dogs, who's a fellow Aussie as well. He's Roddo. Roddo's saying, "Hey, can we have a look at that motorbike behind you there?" We're going to get to that, Roddo. We're going to definitely get to that. We've got a bit of a. I want to show you a few photographs first, Peter. Sorry, Roddo, and Peter and I are going to show you some stuff here, and Pete's going to explain what we're looking at, and then we'll have a look at that motorbike thereafter. So Peter, at 12 years old, now, and then 30 years, nearly 30 years later, you've been sort of involved with bike building all of that time. Your jobs, you explained to me some of the main different jobs that you've had up until now. Can you tell everybody what you talked about there in regards to the type of work you did and the different jobs you did until you got to now?
Well, I was going to school, of course, and yeah, I was already very technical with many things, and on most schools I didn't learn a lot. I just did schooling, what you have to do in 4 years normally, I did in 1 year, just because I was just that handy.
Yeah, righto. Yep.
Later on, I got my first job. That was at a company where I made stuff for building houses.
Okay.
Like,
yep.
Doors, windows, all that kind of things.
Yep. Yep.
I
Building.
was already shaping woods and steel and such. So I did that too.
Yeah. So. What were the main jobs that to move our interview along? What were the main jobs that were things that were all similar, like you said before, similar to this?
A few jobs were a bit similar for me because I was already busy with mopeds, later on already with motorcycles when I was young.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was 16 years old, I was already riding, but it was not allowed by law. You know me.
Yeah,
I just do
bit of a wild rebel. Herving down the road.
all
But you said something about you were involved with
so later on,
go-karts and...
starting at another company where I started to make children's bicycles, go-karts, skelters, all that kind of things.
Yep.
I have built machinery. I have done all machine work. I was all metal shaper,
Yes, metal shaping, yep.
welder,
Uh-huh.
powder coater.
Yep.
I have done so many technical things.
Yep. Can we then, which that leads me into the stuff that we're about to look at now and show everybody. As you know, these are the same pictures. This is the latest group of pictures, of 45 different pictures. This is the latest group of photographs that are to do with that motorbike that's sitting behind Peter right now. This is the first picture here. Can you see that in the Skype, Peter? Yeah,
So again,
sure. Can you explain to people what we're looking at?
you see here are all metal, actually stainless steel plates that I already have made on the right hand. That I also have drawn on what spots I have to drill, what spots I have to shape,
Uh-huh.
and such. And as you can see at the front, you see there that I'm making there from that stainless steel also a blade to make a sword from.
Okay, so we're in the process of making a sword here.
That blade that you see will be not only sharp, but most of us see, but it will not be sharp at all.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
only gets the shape of the blades without sharp edges.
Okay.
Because it must be not dangerous on the road.
Yeah, righto. Right. But in a way though, Peter, in a way, when you say that it's not dangerous on the road, it's still, even though it's not sharp, it's still pointy. It's still pointy. And over here in Australia, that's still pointy. They would not be acceptable.
That's why I made later on a special piece on it that you cannot harm yourself on it.
Okay. So I should shut up and listen because keep watching the pictures because that's the truth. How you say what you say is it doesn't end up that way. It looks like that, but it doesn't end up that way. So you're moving along. You're cutting out the pieces here, and it's taking a bit more shape. I'll let you keep talking, Peter.
Well, here you can see that I'm shaping the whole blade, and when it's shaped just the way it must be, you can see here also that I'm making some wings, also from stainless steel,
Okay.
and those wings are all hand shaped as well.
Okay. Yep.
As you can see, you see there a wooden mold that I have made from triplex wood, and that's even much handier than cardboard because cardboard is falling apart very fast.
Okay. So like a bit like a balsa wood type thing, and that's your original
Like that,
pattern.
only this is from pine wood instead of balsa. Because
Okay.
balsa is it breaks fast.
Too easy as well. Righto. Yep. And then here as we go, we a bit more detail going on in the wings section part of the sword. Yep.
Here you can see that I'm shaping the wings. Later on, you can see that I'm certainly, let's see also that you can see the feathers much better in the wings too.
Yes. They're really nice. And I guess we'll keep going because There we go, folks. So you can see this is custom parts that we're looking at here, handmade by this very man, our guest, live coming to us. Peter is coming to us live from the Netherlands. And I'd just like to welcome in the UK princess. Hello, Gemma. Gemma's Journey and Grace has joined us. Gemma, we have Peter hang on this side here, my guest. And we're just having a look at some of the custom crafted handmade parts that Peter has made, which are on the shelf behind him in the motorbike as well. But we're actually looking at some photographs, and Peter's just explaining to us what we've got here. So we've got the wings down the bottom and the bit of the blade here. This is all a part of building this sword, which is a part of the front forks customization. This is the handle and yeah.
Yes, here you see the blade that is still getting shaped, and later on those wings will be welded on the blade. The wooden handle that you saw is made from mahogany wood,
Right.
and also put in epoxy cover.
Yep.
Exactly an epoxy coating.
Mm-hmm.
Epoxy coating makes sure that it will last for a long time.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, when you ride with it, you certainly don't want that it will fall apart because of the bad weather, of course.
Yeah. This part.
This piece you see will be later on in the tip of the sword, so that you cannot harm yourself on the tip of the sword when you are riding. And when you get an accident, it certainly cannot break out or something like that.
Yep.
And make somebody
I've just got to make a small adjustment as we go. Now here we're looking at that blade, as you can see there. You want to tell us about what we're looking at here? I'm just making an adjustment.
Here you see the blade almost shaped, just the way it must be. Also, you see here that I have well on the wings that I have made. Also, when you see it well, you can see the completed relief in the wings itself on the feathers. So when you touch it, you feel the whole structure in the material. At the tip of the blades of the sword, you see that bracket that you just have seen. So you cannot harm yourself when it's
riding down the road. Yeah, and these wings look
the wings shining in the sun.
Yeah, they look absolutely stunning, mate. And something that we touched on before, Peter, I'll come back to us for a second. Something we touched on before in the Global Bikers and Trikers Nation was the handmade, the handcrafted side of things. How when I spoke about the lines sort of being a little bit not quite exactly right, but they. And what were your words? What were your words? Tell me again.
Well, when you shape something by hand, it's in hand-made parts.
Yes.
And when you make something by hand,
yes,
nothing is actually exactly the same. So the nicest thing of that is when you go to a store and you buy a part over there, it's all the same from the fabric.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
On the production line.
It's 100,000 of this. Yeah, made by a machine, and they're all exactly the same. They're all perfect, and those imperfections of that handmade, that handcrafted item gives it that personality, gives it that extra identity of the fact that it was handmade. And you know, man, for me, I really, 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 really like that. I like things slightly crooked. I like things not quite perfect. It's a bit like my buddy Stewie Wood. You know, he's all bent up and crooked and he's not quite right, and I like that sort of thing. He's going to kill me. We're moving right along, folks, and looking through this series of 45 photos total. We're about a third the way through, so please bear with us as we have a look at a couple more photographs here of Peter's handiwork as we work our way through to the actual motorbike.
Here you see two little plates that I am cutting out what will be the brackets from the front part of this of the springer front end.
Of the tree assembly for the forks, yeah. And these are you use grinders and cutting wheels as the things to do most of your work like that?
I most of all use two grinding machines, and with those little devices, I can cut all kind of materials out. One I use for grinding, one I use for cutting.
Yep.
On that way, I certainly can make sure that the work will be much faster done, because when you have to shape stainless steel, it's very hard to do because it's a very hard material.
Very hard. So that's why you use it, because stainless steel is why you, especially for your steering, that's something you definitely don't want to go wrong. And here we are, folks, with that sword.
It's a nice material because you don't have to let chrome it. You just have polish it.
Just polish the stainless steel,
It's shine like chrome, and it will not rust away.
Yeah, it's got a lot of win-win-win, hasn't it?
The front part of the springer front end. One back.
Sorry.
And you can see here that I have not laid down the sword on two pipes and just bolt it on, like you see sometimes. I don't like that. And what you see here is that I have cut the pipe a little bit open on both sides.
Yep.
And put pieces through the pipes. So the sword is in the springer front end.
Is actually built into the actual pipe itself. We can see that clearly in another picture coming up. I'd just like to take a moment for a second, my superstar international special guest, Peter, and just like make mention to, come back here, come on, that one there, just to say thank you very much, Big Dog. Oh, hang on. Yeah, well, why not? A round of applause for Big Dog. Thank you very much, Big Dog. We go to this one here because... Super chat from Big Dog. So thank you very much, my friend. Good on you, Big Dog. Currently, because you recently joined us, we are chatting away with our guest. My guest is Peter from Free Eagle Choppers, and that is based in the Netherlands. Now, I'm just seeing why has that changed or not changed, because I'm going from here. So we come out of studio mode, and there we go. That's better. That's what I want. And and Peter and I are chatting away about his custom handmade that he has done himself, fabrication of the motorbike that's behind him and some of the parts as well. And right now we're currently looking at a set of awesome forks that Pete's built. So we're coming back to this picture here, and as we explained, that Peter's put the wings of the sword through the actual forks themselves, and you'll see that clearly coming up in a second. This is part of the triple tree system, and all the holes and the bits and pieces. As you said, it takes for hours to get through some of this drilling. Stainless steel is quite hard, and you're needing to get specialist parts. The springs, of course, for the springer forks. These are part of the trees. And
these are the top trees that the top triple trees that I have made for the springer front end, of course.
Yes.
They are made from 2 pieces each.
2 pieces, righto. Hey, we've got a friend that's just come in, Peter. This man is probably your neighbour, Roland. Roland, otherwise known as Toon. Roland is also in the Netherlands. So Roland, my guest here, Peter, is in the Netherlands. So Peter, you can talk in your language to Roland and say hello. You say hello to Roland in your language.
Hallo Roland, welkom.
Hello, Roland. Welcome. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah. So Roland is like a brother, I guess. There's the three of us: Mars, myself, and Roland, like the some sort of Charlie's Angels, except we're Nay's Angels, but maybe we're Nay's Devils. I don't know. Whatever. But good to see you here, Roland. We have a guest on, as you can see, and we're talking about, and Peter is a custom motorcycle builder, choppers, trikes, custom parts, whatever it is you want around the world, folks. Peter can actually make them for you. It's about, and Roland is in the Netherlands, so he knows what the time is, about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, nearly getting on that way, 2 o'clock in the morning over there. So, and he's stayed up to be a part of today's show, and I really appreciate it. Let's get on with having a look a bit more at these parts. We've got the forks as they are coming together here, made out of stainless steel, custom handmade by Peter. And whoa, what have we got here? What's this, Peter?
Well, that's the gas tank that I have made, also by hand.
Yeah.
And you can see also that I have done the paintwork too.
Yeah, the paintwork, right?
It's a very nice speedo in it.
Yep.
The speedometer is totally in the gas tank and not on a console or something like that.
Yeah, right.
So
built in.
It's much more handier, and
Yep.
it's very straight for your face when
Yeah.
you are riding.
Yeah, okay. So it's a good position as well. I like it, minimalistic. But then when you talk about look at that gas tank diamond. What's going on there? Is it a giant ruby? And
That's actually plastic
yep.
diamond shape, and I have glued it on a crown gas cap, and on that way I have created actually a complete new gas cap.
Yeah. And it's easy to turn on and off and all the rest of it. And you were saying before, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
That's for sure.
Hey.
And love to be on a long port chopper too.
So the ladies, just bear this in mind. Peter, our friend here, is an eligible bachelor. So if there's anybody that likes to get on the back of Peter's motorbike, Peter is available. And we will give you the email and links to go and say good day to Peter at the end of our interview, folks. They'll be in the side chat, so we'll put that in there in a second. But let's come back now to having a look at the awesome motorbike. And you said that you got your inspiration for the paint job because you hand painted this like an artist with little paintbrushes, and the flowers and the vines and everything. And
first bundle some spots, and of course later on I have made sure that the rest of the paint is first painted, and later on I have put my inspiration from the nature on the frame and gas tank and rear fender, all by hand. All by hand,
and it's, as you say, inspiration from nature. So I think the girls will really like you, mate, because you're just an in touch with the planet Earth, down to earth, nice fella. So good on you, man. These are the forks, folks, coming together. So those that are into motorbikes, check these out for a set of custom handmade forks made by Peter, our guest today. And look, as you can see here, folks, you can tell that's what Peter was talking about, cutting through the pipe, putting the wings of the sword through the pipe. The front section of the bar here, and that's sort of, rather than just stick it on front of it or behind it, it's through it, and that's the sort of extra work that I really like. The details that you've done here, the blade protector.
Even much more too. And as you can see, the hand protector on the sword.
Yes.
Has those lines in it where you have talked about just now.
Being slightly imperfect because it's all about showing the fact that it is a handmade thing and not something that's been bought in a shop or made by a machine. You know,
these are actually the same.
Yeah. No two parts are the same. And that goes for not only what's going on your motorbike, Peter, but also if you made anything for other people, each item, whatever it is, would be all an individual item, unique and special. Yep.
That's for sure.
Yep. Let's have a bit more. We'll finish off with these pictures now. We can see that it's coming together. You've given it a bit of a polish, and it's standing up right here. We haven't got the springs on it yet, but the handle's looking good.
Yet. I only have grind it actually, and later on I will polish it.
Yep. Righto. Okay, so that's just clean. Whoa! What do we got here? What's happening with these knives?
These are actually the rocker plates that I've made from stainless steel.
Yep.
Exactly the style, of course, of the sword.
Yep.
And such.
That's where the axle will go.
And also that it has also wooden hand grips
Yep.
on it.
Yep.
That is also mahogany wood.
Yes.
Hardwood.
It's very hard wood, righto. And then, of course, as you say, that epoxy coating that protect it. And you've got, when we look at the bike more as we go forward, there we go, folks. You're seeing a little bit more, and you can see in the background, you'll see other pictures in a second, with the forward controls, the foot pegs. We've got the handlebar grips, and other parts in a minute. They're all the same. So Peter's doing such a fantastic job. You can see by the rear sissy bar, there is also another sword there. We've got the lights that are a part and built into the to the system that's going on as well. You can see here, look at that, long forks choppers. So how tall or how long are they? You know, you look like you're about 6 foot. So they're what, 5 foot, 5.5 foot.
Well, actually, I don't know how tall I am in feet.
Oh, you're 8 feet. So that means
I
this
never
is.
used feet to measure something.
Yeah.
So what I know, I'm 172 long.
Yeah.
And the front end is 140 long.
140 long. Happy Lux. G'day. Welcome. How you doing, man? We've got our guest. We're having a bit of a look at some of his photographs. This is Peter in the photograph. This is his chopper he's building, and he custom handmade these forks, custom handmade. And here we go. We're having a bit more of a look at. And what do you call this? This like it's not a swing arm, is it, or axle?
No, this is a springer front hand. It has rocker plates. And those rocker plates are made
rocker
to
plates.
make sure that you can
suspension
use the springs well.
Springer
and on the bolts that you still see are not bolts through, there will be the axle of the front wheel.
They're fantastic, man. They really come up nice. It's a nice set of forks. What do you reckon about that, Tree? My brother Tree, fellow West Australian, he has a 1950 panhead chopper. Well, yeah, it is a chopper. Nice little custom bike he's got there, a 1950 panhead. And he will appreciate what you've done here, Peter, as far as custom building these yourself, handmade for yourself. The styling. I like the sword side of things because to me it sort of represents like Vikings or something like that, you know. Actually, this picture here shows the...
a little bit like... make love, not war.
Make love, not war. I like that.
The swords you most of all make war with. So flowers are standing for love. Yeah,
well, good on you, man. That's what it's representing. And you know, especially with that wild paint job. I can't wait to see it coming together, man. It's going to be really nice. Have you got? Do you know what motor you want to put in it, Peter? What's the motor you want to put in it?
I will want to put their shovelhead engine in it from 1200 cc, 74 cubic inch.
Yeah.
So a 4-speed transmission and of course only a kicker. And I will not use the force controls to shift with and brake with. But for that, I have there something very special.
Yeah. Is that in these pictures as well? Or do we, just before you get it, are they in these pictures or not?
It's somewhere there in the pictures too.
Yeah, okay, because we'll get to it and then we'll get it live in a second. So this is the sissy bar. This is the rear sissy bar in the same fashion, but it's a little bit smaller, isn't it, this one? And you've got your lights in there as built in as well. It's absolutely stunning, man. Oh, that's it, isn't it? That's what you are. That's the what's it called? Shift?
Well, if you let me see the picture,
Oh, I'm sorry. We're on. Yeah.
and that's the suicide shifter.
That's it. Suicide shifter. Suicide shifter, folks. How's that for a shifter, folks? There's a gear stick
Also,
with the clutches built on on the shifter. That's fantastic. And we go back to the beginning. So I'll come back to you, mate. Do you want to go and get that shifter behind you there? Okay. We're going to get it live, and I'll just make a little adjustment here, and we're all good. So, and I don't know, is your light still working, Peter, or not? That bright light that you had before?
no, the battery is empty.
Battery's empty. That's okay. Let's make you big. Have a look at this, folks. Have a look at this. This is it's called a suicide shifter with the clutch on it. And this
With
is
the clutch on it, yeah.
so. This is like the third sword that's a part of that motorbike, eh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
this swords, the 3 swords are complete.
Yep.
And I can clutch with it. I can shift with it.
Yep.
The nicest thing is that it certainly will work later on perfectly, because there will be a bar on it instead of a cable.
Yes.
The transmission
Yep.
shift.
So that'll be nice and solid each time. Click, 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 shifting. You know.
For sure. I just can.
Oh, it's going to come up awesome, man. Do you want to sit on the bike and put the thing in the like in the position, like as if just to show
I
people?
don't want to know. It's just certainly a very nice one.
G'day, who's coming? Matt Man. G'day, Matt Man. How you doing, brother? This is Peter from Free Cycle Choppers. Peter's building this bike, and we've been looking at the parts that he's been custom made. Peter's in the Netherlands, and we're streaming live through Skype. And this is the position it would sit in. Yep. And the handlebars aren't complete at the moment. That's why it's only one handlebar. But it would sit like that pretty much. Yep. And you're riding down the road and clutch and change gear. First gear. Yes. So the ham.
Here the gas manual, and here will be a few switches too.
Yep.
Only for the lights
Yep.
and the horn and such. But for the rest, it will be a clean handlebar.
Yep.
And the cable for the brake, the cable for the gas, and the electrical for the switches will be later on only in one line.
Okay.
So you only see one
line.
tube over here.
Yep.
They're all going through it.
Everything's going through the one line. Yeah, that's a nice idea, man. You know, I've in the past put my wires inside the handlebars. You know, let them run down through the handlebars. But
Yeah, I have done that with another bike too.
yeah. But just one line is good too, Peter. You know. So thank you for getting in there and showing people what a suicide shift is, and it's basically a gear stick for a motorbike, really. And that's really nice. And I noticed that you got some other parts on the shelf behind there as well, Peter.
Yeah, I will put this suicide shifter in. Hopefully it will not make suicide for yourself. Because that's going to be on the bike. And these parts.
Yeah, check this out, guys. Check this out.
The electrical box where I have made a cross in it.
This is like a little coffin. Yep. And that's going to be, what are you going to use that bit for?
In this coffin, I will do all the electrical parts in it.
Okay.
And here in the middle will be a switch.
Yep.
For the kill switch.
Kill switch. Yep.
So when I have kicked the bike on, I just only have to put that switch off.
Can you turn it around? Can you move it so that we can see the whole thing? Yep. Like you don't have to open it, but or however. Just like this, Peter, is what I was suggesting. Like this, my friend. I was just suggesting you just to turn it around like this. We can see what it looks like there. This one here, like this. There we go. And this is like another part, a custom part that is a little coffin shape with a cross on him, and that's where the electrical components and things are going to go in. I think at school I remember Peter making something in metal art, like a pencil case. I think it was a bit similar. Yeah. But you're going to put your electrical components in that one and a kill switch as well. What about the other part? Well, that's very good. I reckon it's very. What's that for?
Well, this part is actually a part that most people actually buy.
Yes.
Most people buy their air cleaner covers.
Air cleaner.
And I have something like, why should I buy an air cleaner cover? What on most bikes are almost the same.
Yes.
Why not make it not myself?
Yeah.
I have to make myself. So I make my own air cleaner cover.
Awesome, awesome. And that's sort of in the same sort of pointy style type Viking. To me, that almost looks like a shield, a small shield, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Because you got the sword and the shield and the that type of theme going on, you know? So I like it.
Yeah.
That's your air cleaner, man. That's your air cleaner cover.
This is a little my air cleaner cover, and you can see also
right on the side.
holes in it.
Yeah, vent holes.
Flow through it.
Yes.
Straight to the carburetor and such.
Bam, and away you go. Peter, man, that is just awesome, brother. That was just awesome, man. Have you like built other bikes that are been in competition or got trophies or anything like that?
Well, I have
custom bike
done that
shows?
in the past, and that was only two times of an event in the city Arnhem. In the time that there was Harley Day Arnhem.
Yep.
And yeah, that event is not there anymore. But yeah, I have certainly built up few bikes that certainly have some prizes over there. And yeah, I certainly miss that event.
Yeah, right.
Because yeah, it's not there anymore.
Is it because of the lockdown, the virus thing, or is it because is it just they're not doing it? You know,
the community has forbidden it because they were thinking that clubs will fight with each other on that event.
Okay.
In that event, there was only 3 times an incident.
Yep.
And it were not fighters. One time a drunk guy who was falling against a bike and first make some issues.
Yep.
One time a guy tried to steal a bike.
Right.
And one time a guy who was totally crazy in his head and was assaulting a woman.
Okay. Right.
So, and there were no bikers.
Right, so just other people, not bikers. Yeah, just idiots. Yeah. And they spoilt it, and then the public has said, nope, not going to do it. It's too crazy. That's a shame. That is a shame. But where you live in the Netherlands, man, when the laws change and all that, the borders you're allowed to get around, you know, you can get on your bike and you can go to Germany or Poland or other different countries. It might be one day for riding. For me, to go and see my friend Mars or Stuart, for instance, that would take me like 3 days. 3 days of riding just to go, and that's still in my own country, and I only got halfway across the country. Where you are in the Netherlands, you can travel through a couple of countries in the one day, can't you?
Well, that's certainly possible.
Yep.
If you live in the area where I live, it's very close to the Dutch the German border, and in a few hours I'm in Belgium too.
Yeah. And they
a little rounds like that.
Yeah.
In 5-6 hours, and I have been in 2 countries already.
Yeah, just bam, like that. So that's amazing. That blows me away, Europe, like that. And I guess, you know, the bike show that you miss out, the one that's local to you, I understand that in Germany, they got some really good shows, haven't they, over there in Germany?
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll be able to take this awesome chopper, and you're going to get a roadworthy license for it. So you'll be able to ride it around on the road. I really look forward to the finished project, Peter. I'm looking forward actually each stage of the way. So I'll be watching a lot. And people, I've put a link in the chat. That is to Free Eagle Choppers. And you can go along there. That is on Facebook. Now, I'm also going to put, with your permission, Peter, is it okay that I put your email in the side chat too? That's all right?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yep, sure. No worries. I'll just do that here. So let me go. Actually, I'll do both of them. There are going to be 2 links, everybody. I'm going to put that here, copy. So if you're watching now or you're watching the replay, the links I've just put in now. It's underneath the man. And g'day, Mohawk Mike. How you doing, man? We have got a guest here, Peter, over here. Peter's from the Netherlands. He's got his own business called Free Eagle Choppers, and the email is there, folks. So if you're interested in getting some custom handmade parts for your bike, or right up to you build the whole bikes, don't you? If you have a client, because you've done that before, haven't you? You've built other bikes.
Yes, I do. I certainly make not only the parts for motorcycles and parts for trikes, but I certainly built complete bikes too, for only handmade parts.
Yep.
And that makes it even more unique. As you can see, the bike that I'm building now, I'm now already busy with the handlebar, and when that's done, I just will make the next part for it.
Yes, yep. And I guess if people go over,
handmade from it.
Yes, yep. Because I'm just going to go desktop again and show people. I'm currently on Peter's Facebook page, everyone, and this is Free Eagle Choppers, and you can see here, and the series of photographs that we just looked at were this group of pictures here. As you can see, it's got plus 45 pictures, and if you keep scrolling down on Peter's page, you can see where there are different other stages, the earlier stages, plus Peter's included pictures from other motorbikes and other custom jobs from friends, and you can see down here. Let's see now. I was going to go. Oh yes, the wooden the handles and the building of them, and the controls and things like that. So I highly recommend Peter and Free Eagle Choppers. I really do. I'm extremely impressed with the level of awesomeness. The styling, the design. I really like the Viking sword thing going on. I reckon it's in my DNA. I was actually born in Europe myself. You wouldn't think it. No, I was born in England, but I came to Australia when I was 2, and that was 56 years ago. And that's when, so I'm really 100%, 98% Australian. I'm a whinging Australian. But I think it's in my DNA, and I really want to go back, Peter. I really want to come to Europe. I really want to go and touch castles, things that are a bit more than 100 years old. I want the history and the energy, and just meet awesome, really cool people like you. I'm going to come and batch it out with you, man. Going to have a ride on your motorbike, mate.
Yeah, nice places to go.
Yeah, I love it. I love it to bits. And as I've said to Peter in our YouTube, in the Facebook live stream, excuse me, losing the voice, that once I've completed the new logo for our patch, and this is the Global Bikers and Trikers Nation, everybody. Once I finish the new logo design that we're going to use for the patch, flags, new T-shirts, etc., I will probably commission Peter to make me a little stainless steel or aluminium or something, little trophy thing that is the same design, something that I can put on a shelf just to represent the biker community that I'm building, the world's largest biker and triker community, full of awesome people, and that's what we're working on. We're just almost cracking 3,000 there, members, each and every one coming along, and it's great. I really encourage bikers, trikers, and associates. So they're the people that are a part of what we do. We do not do too many music videos on the particular page, nor do we do any tits and ass. So we've got a lot of sisters, conservative sisters, and with respect to the ladies, we don't do the tits and ass on this particular biker community, but there's plenty of that around everywhere else. So we don't need to have it there where we are. We always go over and check it somewhere else. But where we are, I want to make everybody feel welcome, safe, and we really have a good time. It's quite a vibrant community, everyone, and that is the Global Bikers and Trikers Nation. Peter's a member of that twice, aren't you, Peter?
Yes, for sure.
Got a couple of different memberships, so if you're in Facebook jail for one thing, you can use the other one. You know, that's pretty cool.
If you have to, because Facebook is getting nuts every day even more.
Yeah, Facebook police everywhere. I mean, you know. I tell you this, you probably don't know this. That live stream that you and I did, Peter, just before, was copyright, straight away copyright. And I have 100% my music I can play. And in the writing, because this is what I did in between the last live stream and this one we're doing now. And I thought, what the hell is this? And I said, 35 seconds of music from the 2-hour live stream, 35 seconds of music was supposed to be somebody else's, but I know all the music I played, and I checked and I cross-checked, and that piece of music I own from my subscription, so I'm allowed to play it. So I submitted a dispute, and that should be all good, because that was a good live stream, you and me, and we played a bit of music, bit of the Giants, and then of course you and I having a good chat, looking at your awesome motorbikes, and what you're building there as well. So yeah, it's quite a bit of a pain in the ass of Facebook, but anyway. And here we are on YouTube, and YouTube community is fantastic. It's funny, you know, there are some that are both YouTube and Facebook, but some just Facebook and just YouTube. It's quite interesting, that dynamics about all that. But yeah, it's all about you though, Peter, my guest Peter. And I'm going to shut up and I'm going to hand it over to you, Peter. I'd like you, before we hang up, give you the last words to share with everybody for the last of our interview, Peter. So what would you like to share with the world?
Well, what I want to share with the world, everything that I do.
Everything you do. So you are available to build bikes and custom parts?
Yeah, people can certainly contact me anytime when they want to have a handmade part for their bike or trike, or when they want to have built a bike, only most of all only out of handmade parts.
Yes.
And you all are free to look at my Facebook page, Free Eagle Choppers.
Yep.
Sign yourself in, give a comment on the post, just like you want to do. And also, I'm available on vk.com, and vk.com is something like Facebook, only without censorship, and that's much better, of course.
Right, and I'm putting that particular, the one you're talking about, I'm putting that link in now, the short link. I'm putting that in now. We tested that and it works. So that's. I
will certainly know for sure that you were wondering why that handlebar of that bike only has 100. Well, it's not done yet. I still have to make the other side. So I will do that later on too.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing the rest of the bike come together, Peter. It's going to be really, really cool, man. I'm just finished doing a few things in the background. Just watching so far what you've been doing, and now we've got, you know, our little get together here on the iSpike show, so to speak, and then going forward, just seeing little other bits come together and what you're doing and other projects. So I'm really pleased to meet you, honoured to know you, and looking forward to sharing a lot of future in regards to the motorcycle world with you, Peter. So that's going to be really, really cool. It's
Likewise.
yeah.
Because I certainly like it a lot to be in the show too.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, you're most welcome, and especially staying up late like you are. Good on you, man. Good on you. I know it's your Saturday night up there, but or Sunday morning now for you. Really early hours, so you'll be sleeping well soon. Sleeping well soon. Peter, thank you so much once again for coming on the show. And maybe we'll have you on again down in the future when we can see the motorbike a little bit more, huh?
Well, on my Facebook page, the Choppers, I post every part that I make for it.
Yep.
And then you can see how it's made till the end result and how it's mounted and such. Just like I did with the Springer front end, with the sissy bar, the gas tank, the frame, and so on and on. You can see it all in my group, Free Eagle Choppers.
And see it all coming together. That's what I like about what you've done is not only the end result, but how you've make it, the details. So they're great documentation of video, photographs for them.
Part that I make.
Yeah.
And see also for the bikes that I built.
Yep. Fantastic, Peter. I'm going to wish you all the best. I'm going to ask you to please stay safe, stay healthy. Yep, and I wish you all the best, man, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
You're welcome. It's very nice to be in your shows.
All right, man. Thank you once again, Peter. Cheers, mate.
And it's gay day there.
All right, 2 thumbs up. Hooroo, Peter, all the way from the Netherlands, folks. Peter, Free Eagle Choppers. Now I've got to find where my Skype thing is. It's around here somewhere. There it is. All righty. Hooroo, Peter. Hooroo, mate. Ta-da, man. Hooroo. Well, there, folks. There we go. There you have it. Peter from Free Eagle Choppers. What a nice man. What a nice bloke, eh? Straight up and down. A nature lover, as it's quite clearly reflected in the paint job for that awesome motorbike that he's got there. He's going to put a shovel in there, 4-speed kicker. He's got the suicide shift going on with the built-on clutch. I reckon it's awesome. It's a fantastic bike and a nice bloke as well. So thanks very much again, Peter. I'm going to crank up the tunes, and we've got about another half hour of the show to go. I'm going to really focus on the chat and you folk that are here now. Thank you very much, everyone.
Amber moved to the suburbs. Molly moved out of state. Dawn moved on to the next world just to get away. 'Cause I'm a no good fool and I mess around. Yeah, I'm a no good fool. I'm low down, I'm fun for the night, but I ain't no good for you. You're dancing with the devil when you dance with this no good fool. So you say you like bad boys, well run away while you can. I told you I ain't no bad
The
boy.
Madman TN donated $10. Make it rain. Thank you. Great guest. Great project. Great interview.
Hell yeah!
Thank you, Sir Matman, and welcome, Saru. I noticed you're in there as well, and we've got Smitty Independent Freedom listening like the radio while he's working away there. Fantastic. Good on you, folks. Thanks very much for your support as we tickety-boo along. Thanks a lot, Matty. Good on you, man. And he was, wasn't he? Peter's a lovely bloke. What a great guest.
I'm a no good fool, and I mess around. Yeah, I'm a no good fool. I'm low down, I'm up for the night, but I ain't no good for you.
Those are
You're dancing with the
£4.
devil when you dance.
And make it rain.
Oh,
Thank you.
hey.
I'm so sorry, I'm Lady Spike.
Dozer, good on you, man. Dozer's come in there. Don't worry about being late, brother. It's all good. It's all good, man. May I suggest, Dozer, that you watch the replay because we've just had a really, really awesome guest from your neck of the woods, sort of, just across the way, underneath the tunnel there, from the Netherlands. We've had Peter from Free. You would like it too. It's a good story there, and he's a fabricator. He's building a custom chopper, handmade, Andy. So handmade custom chopper. Watch the replay, brother, and you'll meet Peter from Free Eagle Choppers. Freaking awesome. And thank you for the donation. Executive producer Andy, otherwise known as Dozer. Good on you, mate.
Called a righteous man before. Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before. So can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? But can you help me?
Hey, a biker's wife, happy birthday. Alrighty. Excellent, excellent. A biker's wife. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Oi, oi, oi.
Scared to look
Happy birthday, a biker's wife.
afraid I would follow the road. Yeah, afraid of the things I've been told. So can you help me out? Oh, yeah. Can you help me out?
No, that's true. Don't feel safe with me driving. Hello, Redneck Wookie. How you doing, Redneck Wookie? Long time. How you going?
But can you help me out? Am I on my own?
Hey, hey, hey. Humvee Lee, Humvee 4. Lee's in the house. Awesome.
You speaking out?
Oh, the heavyweights. Yeah.
I think I can feel you say dream big, 'cause boy, you're gonna make it. Stand tall as high road you're taking.
Oh, Rotto's birthday was on the 13th as well. What does that got? What does that make you, folks? You're all, what are you? Yeah, what are you? I think I'm an earthling. I think human. I'm a human. No, Sagittarius. What Cancer? What are you? Personally, I'm a Gemini. This way, a bit loopy, but yeah, if there's a lot of September babies here, good on you. Well, happy birthday to everybody in September. Yeah. I'll get that for you. The Dozer's link to his channel for your tree, no problem. Dozer doesn't have a real lot going on. He's more of a supporter than a creator. Actually, the Matt Man, there you go. Matt Man's already got it. There it is. Matt Man's quicker than me, faster than the fastest, fast, very fast. Here we go, and we have our brother Dozer. So go over and give Dozer a bit of love, folks. The link is there. Matt Man's put the link in. If you don't know Dozer, please go over and support executive producer Dozer. He's pretty much mostly confined to his home number 2, which is hospital, and his chair, the wheelchair. So give him a bit of love, Dozer. You got a video up 8 hours ago, Dozer. Is that? Oh, it's just something else, is it? It's not yours. I better not play it. Anyway, good to have everybody here in the house, especially this special day when we've had Peter from Free Eagle Choppers joining us live from the Netherlands. The connection was a little bit jittery there, but I think we did pretty good. Awesome. And if Stewie Wood, are you still in the house, Stewie? Because I haven't even listened to it yet. How's that say? Not about being slack, it's about timing, I guess. Timing. And because I cover the computer up, she gets all packed up. I don't willy-nilly just come in here and turn it on and just like that, because it doesn't happen that way. Not here in the studio anyway. It will do when I get rid of the dust coming in all the time, but I want to protect it as much as I can. So when I finish with it, I pack it right up. And because we're building and doing stuff in here, I don't come to it. And it's like what I do is I collect everything I've got to do. I'm getting to something here. I collect everything I've got to do with the computer up. And then if that little pile, the in tray, let's say, for the computer stuff, which is sort of like about the size of a giant bloody dump truck, that's how big the stuff I've got in it. So there's always something to do on the computer here for sure, editing and producing stuff and whatnot as well, let alone catching up with other stuff. And then the administration side of things as well, emails, etc., research for future guests and things like that. So I then come in a couple of 3 or 4 hours earlier than a live stream. And that's when I sit down and I, first of all, make sure everything syncs up for the live stream. Oh, good. We've got an hour and a half before the show. That's when I'll either do research to get more music, new music if I can, from my subscriptions, do that sort of stuff. Or other things, like I'm designing new T-shirts all the time, working on other things as well. And look at that, folks. What is it? That is a little USB stick we got here. This was sent to me by Mr. Sam Buckley. Samuel Buckley is a awesome musician, a associate of Stewie Woods, and I've seen Sam's guitar playing. It is awesome, guys, and I'm really looking forward to having Sam on the show, which potentially may be this coming weekend. This coming Saturday. Samuel Buckley. Tentatively, I'm only just verbalising it at the moment. I haven't directly spoke with Sam about that, but I will have. This coming week, I will be talking to Sam, and this here is a USB stick of music, of some of Sam's music, files, and I have other bits and pieces maybe on here. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I will be straight after the show. That's why it's at hand, sitting right in front of me there. So just letting you all know that. That's what's coming on perhaps for next weekend. Awesome guitarist, musician, really rockin' bluesy, all sorts. He's very good at it too. Yep. Oh, here we go, a little honky tonky. Yeah. I've even got the old fashioned thing going on here, eh? Yoo-hoo-hoo. Hey.
I've got a song for you. And God Almighty Lord paid my dues. And God, I paid my dues from Mississippi on to Alabama, from Louisiana on to Texarkana. I'm getting a little too good, Lord, singing these old blues. And God Almighty Lord paid my
Good on you, Lee. Just trying to keep a little bit warm in September, and all of a sudden here come these September babies. Good on you. That's the one, Lee. It's amazing. It's amazing what happens in the under the sheets there, just trying to keep warm. Oh, the old wandering hands. Oh, hello, darling. Oh, hello, honey. Baby.
I'm getting a little too good singing these old blues. Good God Almighty, Lord, pay my dues.
Spermicide walking around in alien skins. Orgasmic.
Oh God, I pay my dues from Ensenada to Washington. Hell, I ain't saying I ain't had some fun, but I'm getting a little.
Oh, good on you, Outback Outlaw. Good on you, mate. Supporting Dozer there.
Jump on the bus. Spell bus backwards.
Excellent. He's a man. He's got so much love in him, that bloody Outback Saru, Outback Outlaw, and his beautiful wife there. Good on you. Good on you. We rock on. Right on. Oh, righty, had a great breakfast there. Fantastic. The sound effects of baby, was that LOL, sound effects of baby pop. Yeah. Isn't that how ladies have babies? Just like that. Like. Instead of the laughing. That's why I had a vasectomy at the age of 21. Chopped it off. Not chopped it off, but you know. No. Poo, nappy, poo. Not for this little cookie. I am a father. I'm stepfathers, they say stepfathers. I'm the father that stepped up. I jumped in there when the boy was, Nathan, my son, was 7 years old, 8 years old, or something like that anyway. Now 23, 4 or something. Fantastic. It's good to be family. It's good to have family. Did I it up? What did you do, Dozer? Do I have to take it down? I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, the effects, baby. Yeah, an awesome breakfast there, Stewie. Good on you, mate. So you missed out me talking about your buddy Samuel Buckley. Sam Buckley's little stick arrived. We've got it here, mate, and it's next on the agenda. I'll be looking at that. I haven't even listened to it or seen it, looked at it yet, and I'll be doing that straight after the show, sussing out what's on the stick, and during this week I will contact Sam. We'll maybe be in communication. I'll see if I can get Sam on the show for this coming Saturday, and that's another awesome one of Stewie's contacts, all supporting the iSpike show. So very, very much appreciated. Freaking awesome. And we've got our brother Peter from Free Eagle Choppers. He was our guest on today's show. Did a great job as well. Good on him. Oh man, breakfast on Cable Beach in Broome, straight after the show. Oh, and I'm going to go for another extra 4 hours, so it's going to be a late breakfast, eh? No, right on time, me. I'm going to try and be, as I try to be. But yeah, awesome, Saru, on the bloody Cable Beach, folks. Cable Beach is the 8th wonder of the world. The sand is as pure white crystal diamonds that just glistens with the aqua water, the see-through aqua water that just laps up against this golden pure white. Oh man! And then you've got gorgeous people like Saru and a biker's wife, hand in hand, slow motion, running down this gorgeous Cable Beach, noshing into bacon and eggs, and baked beans, oh yeah, man, yum, breakfast on the, yeah, get it, India. Anyone got some toilet paper? It seems to be just oozing out of my face today. I don't know what's going on. Got it in Macclesfield. What's that? Did you have the galloping green knob rod? No. Because obviously at that age I had to convince 3 separate doctors. Why? Why do you want to have a vasectomy? What's going on there? You're 21. You're a young man. What's the story there? What's going on? You know. And basically, true guys. At that age, I knew then I don't want to be a father. I'm a root rat. And I don't want to have an accident. And yeah, that was basically my thinking. And I have no regrets. All these years later, I have no regrets that I have no children of my own. And it was just a choice. It was a choice that I wanted to consciously made back then, and had that snip. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Eh? Righto, Saru. None like me, the father. You're the father that stepped up, and it's a good thing. It's a special thing. It is, and there you go. I guess part of my thinking was exactly what ended up happening, is that I thought, well, you know, there's a couple of options there. One is that there are that single mum scenarios, I guess, and there is there's potential, and there is also that has, you know, children to need to require, you know, to have a father as a part of the unit sort of thing. And then there's so many unwanted children in the world as well. So I thought, well, you know, if I get parental later in life, the fact that I've had this snip, one, it was reversible for up to 10 years. So we could, you know, glue them back together with fingers crossed up to about 10 years. And then after that, you know, yeah, good luck. There you go. But I was dead set. I thought, no, you know, I'm choosing this life for me this time round. Oi, 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 it's Captain Jack, Pirates of the Sea. Here he is, the one and only Capitan Jack. How you doing, Jack? Good to have you in the house, mate. How's that talk like a pirate day? Ya scurvy dogs. That's the one, Roddo. Oh, hang on a minute. We're going to crank this one out because Stewie dropped you. You dropped your dummy, mate. You dropped your dummy. Medical lectures. This one here is for the brother Stewie, and all the bikers out there as well. Little one from the American Drag Racing Association. 6 Second Man from Stewart.
Workshop late at night, working till the midnight hour. The room is shaking and the earth is quaking as he searches for some more horsepower. He's got nitro running through his veins. Friends all think that he's insane. He don't care what they all say. He's gonna blow them all away, 'cause he's a 6-second man, the king of the quarter mile. 6-second man, he was born to be wild. He's got the need for speed, he's from the arrow breed. He's a 6-second man. Time and distance don't mean a thing as he follows the circuit around, driving through the night with his girl and crew, heading for the next big showdown. Christmas trees and staging lanes, the push girl drives him insane. The only thing he's got on his mind is being first across the finishing line. He's a 6-second man, the king of the quarter mile. The 6-second man, he was born to be wild.
Second man there. Alrighty, from the Giants, and the link is in there. The link is in there. Have a look, looky. Looking good. Hey, this fine Saturday night in the land of upovers.
We don't know each other all that well, but I dig you, babe, I'm sure you can tell. Can I
Join the iSpike Scully family.
long and tall with that slender groove? I love your smell and the way you move. Can I help it if I want you tonight?
Woohoo! Go, Scully, go!
When we dance, baby, this head close. It's like I'm poison with a lethal dose. Can I help it if I want you tonight? If I leave it, baby, will you come? Let me hold you till my arms go numb. Can I help it if I want you tonight? I said, can I help it if I want you tonight? No, I can't.
Hey, that's this must be the instrumental. Hey, as we bring the vibe down a little, let's come down to here. Come on, you stupid iPad. We are nearly that far away from the new one, folks. Just waiting on probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. Waiting for Google to get their act together and send me what they're going to send me. And that should get me exactly where we need to be to make a very special trip down to the big city, the big smoke. And we'll be picking up that new UPAD. Yes, folks, the only one in the world. The UPAD, the very brand new UPAD is coming on board not long from now. We've just gone over the 3K mark with savings. How's that? It's not bad. And we've got to get a little bit more, and we'll be there. So and I'm just waiting. That's there. The money's there, but it's just got to wait for it to arrive. Once it's arrived, we'll be letting everybody know that, and I'll be filming as much as I can about picking up the new UPAD, and it's the latest and greatest, biggest and best. I'm going to try and future-proof myself. It'll only last the moment it gets off the shelf, or the moment it goes on the shelf. I understand they're already superseded, but we'll get this. This will do exactly what I needed to do and some. So that's what it's all about. Anyway, that's enough about that one. The link I'm putting in now is from our guest. Our guest today, Peter from Free Eagle Choppers. For all your bike or trike needs, folks, custom parts, anything like that, based in the Netherlands, I should say, Netherlands. And, he's one of Ruland's mates, neighbours. He's just a fella I met on the Global Bikers and Trikers Nation. That's a motorcycle community, a biker community. We've been working on and growing and watering, and it's just blooming, blooming fantastic. And that's on Facebook, of course, not here on YouTube. Although I might squeeze it over you, I don't know. But this is what this is about anyway, what we're doing here right now. And that's the link to go and say g'day to Peter and check him out for yourself. Really nice man, and he's single. For all the ladies out there, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. See, there you go, Stewie. I'll get up on you and me, mate. Stewie Wood, the Giants, and iSpike Biker Man will put the pink tutus on. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh, the fuck. What the fuck are you going on about, man? What's in the coffee again? Oh, no, my gosh. No. Me and my crapping on. Don't blow your so we've reached that time, folks. The end of the show. I'm going to call it Last Drinks. We're going to play this song and one more after it, and that'll be the end of today's show. Thank you so much, because Sir Roo's got to get off and have his breakfast. You lucky bugger up there on Cable Beach. I'm sitting down here, but it looks like it's a sunny day, so a nice day. The time now is 3 minutes past 9 a.m. And it's good to be alive. That's my saying for today. Good to be alive, and love your loved ones. Have a think about what's right underneath your nose. A microphone, bloody hell. What's in front of you, and love it to bits. Love it to bits, folks.
Baby, I have not. Just gonna love you.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, baby.
The Mac Man. Don't do it, whatever you do. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it, Stewie? You know what it is, mate? It only took 2 weeks to get from the USA to Victoria. Then it took another 10 weeks to get from Victoria Post Office to your house. 10 weeks. Because I'll tell you why I know that. It takes two. It's Tree, who's here with us, a respectable madman. He got his T-shirt in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Is that right, Tree? When you ordered your T-shirt, came from America, 2 weeks. So 3 months, yep, that's because you're in Victoria. The land of the unfortunate lepers. Bloody hell. Lockdown. Madness. Cross my heart and hope to die. I'm gonna love you. I'm actually going to give you a special treat, everybody. I think it's super special. This is a song I think I played at the end of Stuart Wood's interview when he came on the show. And I really, really like it. I think it's nice, and I think you'll like it too. So there's 2 songs to go, and this is one of them. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. This is another one from our brother Stewie. Here we go. I think it's really special.
Just flew in on the red-eye special. I'm rolling home to you. I'm going back to the girl I love. She makes me feel brand new. Got my guitar in the back of my car. Gonna take some time off soon. 'cause I'm a prisoner of the highway, and I've got a gypsy soul. It's the music running through my veins, keeps me from rolling over. I've been around this world a time or two, set foot in many lands, made my songs in foreign towns. This guitar I can't put down. So God in heaven help me when it's time to lay me down. Take pity on this old singer when they put me in the ground. It's time to lay me down. Take pity on this old singer when they put me in the ground. So God in heaven help me when it's time to lay me down. Take pity on this old singer when they put me in the ground. Pity on this old singer when they put me in the ground.
Oh, what do you reckon, eh? Isn't that a bloody nice song? Isn't that a nice song? I think that's gorgeous. It's really, really nice. So bloody good on you, Mr. Stewie Wood, for living the life that you've lived, and you continue to do so. And all the awesome tunes that you've shared with the world. I'll tell you what, Stu, mate, since the day that I read, hey, you should play this music from the Giants, you know, and from that moment, mate, through to now, we've listened to quite a lot of your music, and of course myself more than most, I guess, from over and over and over. And really grown fond of it, mate, and you as a person and as a singer. So it doesn't matter what, you know, like I'm a person that can give it, and if you do that, you've got to be able to take it. So like everybody, real men have feelings, and no one is malice. The iSpike army and everybody here. Cheeky as buggery, and push buttons and muck around, and silly me, because I'm doing a trillion things at once. Sometimes the odd thing gets in, and it's like I've got to really process that real quickly to work out, hang on a minute, it's only a joke, bloody come on, don't bite, you idiot. I need to get my own act together to snap out of being grumpy ass. But anyway, it is what it is. Fantastic, and thank you so much for being a part of my day. I hope you've enjoyed me being a part of your day, and I appreciate those that have supported the cause and been a part of the production family and the little super chats. Thank you guys. You know who you are. Big Dog, Dozer, Matman, Suru, always Suru, and Matman, always here, super chat, behind the scenes, and just in spirit. Every single one of yous that are here now live, Roddo, Dozer, Andy, you know, all the sisters, Biker's wife, Gemma's Journey and Grace, Rebel Rocket. I don't know if she thinks she was in today. Of course, yeah. So thank you all for being a part of my world, and I cannot wait. Oh man, I cannot wait to pull this bloody curtain down and just give myself a bit more swinging room, and share and show with you what's going down. Thank you, Peter from Free Eagle Choppers. Randomly Thursday, would you like to be on the show? Yeah, man, let's do this thing. and it just made it really easy for me. Had a Skype thing ready to go. It was just fantastic. Very similar to the Matt Man and Stewie Wood, who are here with us, and of course we managed to have Sir on the show during his period of lockdown when he flew back in there from America. And I love to have you back on the show again too, Sir, sometime down the track at a time that suits you, and perhaps we could have you, I don't know, use your phone or whatever as a camera, I don't know, whatever works for you, and have the motorbike in the background or whatever, I don't know, just something to consider for future, and love to have you on the show again, Sir, because just to catch up with the now, I guess, and just share your wisdoms of the world and the abundance of love that you have. Just oozes out of the that's what the double O is all about, not just all about farts and that sort of stuff either. Anyway, I've gone on and on, haven't I? Paul, was it pull the curtain down? We want to see ya. Nope. Not yet. Okay, guys, thanks very much, and play the outro. We'll see you next one.
$20, make it rain. Thank you. Thank you, iSpike, for the upbeat attitude.
Thank you, Mattman. Thank you, Mr. Mattman. Hey, didn't that bloody iPad, I was just writing a thing here. Darn iPad. I thought it switched over, guys. I thought it switched over to, I'm reading the chat there, and it was obviously you were looking at a black screen. So I apologize. During all of my googly eyes and saying how much I love you and all that sort of stuff, and you were looking at a black screen. And that's the iPad. That's me pressing the buttons, thinking it switched, and it didn't. So, yeah, I can't wait to get the new iPad, and it's coming. Thank you, Mattman. Thank you, sir.